Hey guys, so this is basically gonna be episode 1 of my cycling manager. I had another video up, but I took it down. I mean, that thing was a mess. Not that good. Tour of Malaysia was not that exciting, and that's what I was riding in it. Basically, I didn't know what I was doing. I had a little more time with the game now. Um, so this is kind of a new beginning. This is episode 1 of my pro cycling manager. I am taking control of Cofidis. So I guess this will be an overview episode, and then I'll do some races. I actually have a classics ride coming up. We'll go ahead and take a look at what it is. Or at least I think it's a classics ride. It is the not the Volta. It's the Roma Maxi Classic. It is this mountainous stage here. I'm going to try to get a stage win in it. I don't think I will be able to, but I'm definitely going to try with my newfound kind of knowledge of some of the mechanics of this game, and I'm really going to see if I can do that, and that will be the next episode. But for now, I'm going to go in a little bit into my team here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the averages up. So this is my team that I have basically with Cofidis. Jerome Capel is my best kind of rider, individual rider, a classics rider, if you will. He is the one that I'm going to probably try to have win that stage. He's my main contender I'm going to have in the tour and things like that. You see him here. I have his main objectives as Paris-Nice, which is coming up pretty soon. The Critérium du Dauphiné, that's not being pronounced right, I'm pretty sure, because that's a pretty famous race. And then the Vuelta is his other race. He will be riding in the Tour de France. Our whole team is Tour of France, excuse me. But I'm not making that a big target for anyone. I just want to kind of get a ride, maybe get some young riders some points, or maybe a podium finish in the mountains or something like that. I'm not really trying to win that tour. I don't have the talent to win the hardest race. I'm assuming that's going to be the hardest race in this game. I've not gotten to it yet, but in all likelihood that will be. But one thing, kind of looking at my team here, I got a pretty young core. I mean, I have a lot of riders here. But not only are they young, but they're pretty good. Adrien Petit is my best kind of young rider. He's a sprinter, 22 years old, and a pretty fast sprinter. If I can get this, I don't know if I can get his stats. I'm sure I can if I do something a little differently. Here we go. They're down there the whole time. So I have him on contract till the end of this year, actually, which could be a bit of an issue. I might have to re-sign him. He wants to sign a new contract, but I'll get to re-signing and all that later on in the year. I want to really figure out what I want to do. But you see, his sprint's pretty fast, and acceleration's pretty good. I mean, he's a fairly good young sprinter, maybe nothing special, but definitely can get some stage wins. I'm going to try to do a lot with him. I have some good climbers here, like I had Bego, I had Johan Bego, I had him win the polka dot jersey in the Tour of Oman, which is a pretty good race, so that was pretty respectable. Plus, that was me not really knowing what I was doing, but I was able to get the mountains. I was able to go in on breakaways with him, pick up kind of those mid-mountain finishes, got first place over every mountain in the middle of the stage, basically, middle of any of the stages, able to pick up that jersey, which is the only jersey I've won so far. I'm sure there's a way of me checking my statistics, essentially. But that's that with him. There's some other riders here that maybe don't have as much kind of going for them, and I haven't raced several riders. I haven't raced these guys here, even though I might at some point certain races along the line. I don't think they're going to be tour riders, even though Daniel Navarro Garcia as a climber, I actually looked at him a little bit earlier, fairly good climber. So maybe I'll use him in kind of the tour or more mountainous stages like the race coming up, the Roma Maxi Classic. But this is essentially my team here. I obviously have Rein Terame, who's probably the most famous rider, really. I mean, he's the Estonian champion. like I said, probably the most famous rider. I'm 25 years old, once again, pretty young and a good kind of all-around rider, just like Capel, who's 26, I believe. So both of which have room to grow and maybe can become a little bit more dangerous or a little more threatening down the road. I'm definitely looking at re-signing players and essentially making this Cofidis team really, really, really solid. That's my goal. Obviously, we're a long way out from that, but I want to do this series. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I love cycling, absolutely adore the sport. So, okay, so let's go to results here and see if I can see kind of what's happened so far. This isn't what I kind of want. Is this every single? Okay, this is every single race basically. Like, so if you go to Tour of Oman and we go to Mountain, you'll see Johan Bago, my guy. 41 points overall in the general classification. I ended up winning it by an absolute long shot. I don't think anyone else is really going for the mountain points, or I just hit everything. So that's that. My next best finish, and the Tour of Malaysia is the other big tour I rode, and I actually was doing pretty well for a while with Jerome Capel. I wanted him to win the tour, or win this tour, and sitting in 4th place, or 6th place, excuse me, going into about stage 8. Granted, all the rest of the stages were flat. I wasn't going to gain any more time, but I ended up simming one of the races because it was an extremely flat stage, and I didn't want to deal with it, and he ended up withdrawing. So Jeremy Biscond also withdrew, but that was my fault. I had him doing a high effort and completely ignored him, and he just fell off the back and lost a lot of time and withdrew. But yeah, so I'm a little bit upset that Jerome Capel, because I spent hours, literally hours, trying to win that tour with him, and wasn't able to do so. But that's okay. I mean, I'm learning the game, and I still had a pretty good tour because in the points, general points total, I ended up finishing in the top 6 with Adrian Petit in sprints. I didn't get any incredible stages, but I did finish 3rd, I believe, on stage 8. I got a 3rd place finish, or no, stage 7 perhaps. Stage 7, I got a 5th place. There's a 3rd place finish somewhere in here. I don't know where it is, but I finished 3rd somewhere in the stage. So wherever that stage is, I don't know, but it's somewhere because I saw it. There it is. Okay, stage 7. No, that's 4th. No, there's a 3rd place. Whatever. Okay. So let's go look at staff here. I guess this is my stat. I don't know what this means, but these are trainers, okay? I have scouts. I have 1 scout. He's currently in Finland. It's probably not a good idea, but that's where I sent him. And I have a team doctor as well. Nothing really exciting. Might look into getting new staff at some point, seeing prices and how much they cost. My balance is pretty good here. I actually ended up spending a little bit of money upgrading some of my equipment. Now I actually have a little bit more capable. I'm a little more capable of doing some things here. I have a good climbing bike here, a good flat bike here. I got some good climbing wheels and time trial wheels, and then I got a good time trial helmet along with some flat stage helmets, and climbing helmets. So basically, I spent maybe 50,000 around there, upgrading all my equipment. To make me a little bit more formidable in some situations. I don't know how much that does here. Didn't mean to click rules. I guess I'm a Continental Pro team. I don't know if there's a way of me... Continental Divisions, 20 best Continental Pros. Tour will be Continental Pro Division the following season. With 2 relegated CYA tours. Okay, so you can move from a Continental Pro team to a CYA tour team. I was worried about that a little bit. But that's good because that means that if I finish in the top 2 of Continental Pro, I can move into the World Tour stage, which is good because I'll be able to ride more races. You know, I won't have to put in a bid in case you get a certain amount of points for certain things for overall for. Oh, okay, well, actually, let me take a look at this here. So if I it has to be a 1.1. Okay, so 2. Okay, actually, let me take a look here real quick. I didn't actually see what. Here we go. Tour of Oman. Okay. Okay. Tour of Oman. And King of the Mountains jersey winner. So I got 15 points and 200 euros for that. but 15 points maybe is not too bad. I'm sure somewhere I can see my points somewhere. I'm sure. I'll figure it out. World, maybe. Rankings is maybe it. Not team. Maybe team and in here. Okay. Cofidis. Okay, so we were 9th and we actually went down. So maybe we can move our way up. Who knows? It'd be nice to get up there. To move from 70 points to 152. Basically, there's a little bit of a gap here, so I'm not doing anything wrong. I just got to perform a little bit better. Okay, so I'm just learning things a little bit here in victories total as well. Where's Cofidis? I have 1, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I won 1 stage, so not a lot there. And world, France is the best, most victories. Spain, Italy, Australia is pretty expected based on that. And the best rider in the world right now, as far as total points go, is Vaskoronkia from Sky. It's probably not his name. Like I actually don't know who that would be. Yeah, it would be a play on words of some other teams' names, like not Marco Cavendish is a name on here somewhere. So no one here. Incredible. Yaroslav Popovich, Radio Shack. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this is obviously doesn't mean much really right now. This early on, we are in February. But nonetheless, kind of all the results here, a lot to read. So we should pay attention to the race schedule of Jerome Pagoa, finding him routes better suited by his attributes and registering for more prestigious races. Okay, so I'm going to have to look at schedules. I'll do that at a later point right now. All I know is right now I have this stage coming up here. It looks like some climbs. It's a classics ride, so that's going to be an interesting race. My first really real classic I'm going to be riding in, so I'm going to see how that goes, or I'm going to manage that. That'll be the next episode. Should be a lot of fun. So yeah, this is basically my team here, Cofidis. It seems as though I'm doing good. Good confidence from my sponsor. Financially as well, I think I'm pretty good here. See, I started at sponsor invest. So they every month it appears they put in an investment for me. So I'm getting money from that. Around this is all my equipment purchases here, and then staff salaries and rider salaries, etc. So yeah, everything seems to be going pretty well. I'm dropping a little bit here, but not an issue. I'm not worried about that right now. If I ever become worried about it at some point, I don't think it's gonna be soon anyway. But okay, so this has been kind of episode 1, a real quick overview of my whole team that I have here with Cofidis. Next episode, we're going to be riding Tour of Malaysia. And that will be, or not too, wow, completely wrong. The Roma Maxi Classic is what we're going to be riding. Classic stage, 1 stage. We'll see if we can get some sort of result there or some good showing from that. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all next.